the shadows where the broke folks dwell. Chasing change like we're stuck in a shell. Every hustle I make feels like a crime. But scared money don't make it, not this time. Keep your dreams close, watch the clock tick. Racing through the struggle every day and night. I got to get this paper, pushing through the pain. Scared money don't make no treasures in this game. Chasing down the dreams, it's a hard to find.
Once you see the word red in the Bible, it never ever fails to be talking about the emotions. The color red always talks about the emotions in that context. That's why you see the devil in a red suit. Because why? He's got a red suit and horns. It means the power that comes from the emotions. That's the devil. The word devil. Take the D out. What do you got? Evil. The word God. Put an O in there. What do you got? Good. That's all it is. That is all this is. A question of good versus evil. Heaven be in the higher mind, hell be in the lower mind, that which is within us. How can there possibly be a peace? How can there possibly be a rationalization of thought anywhere if there is chaos in the inside? How can there be tranquility on the outside? How can somebody lead you? You get politicians and they're going to throw and find ways to peace. They can't, because inside of their heads there's wars raging. There are wars raging within each one of us, and they'll never be able to bring peace to the outside while you've got a war raging on the inside.
The same reason that they said Jesus walked on water, Jesus walked above his emotions, he stood above his emotions. You can see how these things cause certain energies to play out within your own sense of being, especially when it comes to manifesting a life that you want. Now, when we get down to what is finally manifested, this is where everybody is really operating in life from. They're living life damn near from the bottom upwards and only getting to a certain place in their life. A lot of people are cut off in a lot of these. Let me see, where's my marker at? Let me get my marker for y'all, man. So a lot of people, when they're trying to manifest the life they want, like I said, they're manifesting unintentionally. They're accidentally manifesting. Whether you have a good life or a bad life, you manifested the life that you're having, that you're living, nobody else did. So 99% of the time, the people that are living a life that they don't want to live because they manifested it is because that they are not aware of these different planes of manifesting a reality, of creating a reality. The creator, you, has forgotten that you have to pass through certain points to be able to build up an accurate manifestation.
I'm thankful, I'm grateful. I'm thankful, I'm grateful. I'm appreciative. I'm thankful, I'm grateful. I'm thankful, I'm grateful. I'm appreciative. I very much, very much have gratitude. I can, I will, I shall. I can, I will, I shall. You are now listening live to the sounds of B-NETT Radio, BlackNet Radio, powered by Nick G Music. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Well, if you do, allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I am Solution. We always here to help. If you don't know who you are, well then you damn sure don't know where you going. Know thyself so you can master thyself. To be thyself. Then you can free thyself. The mind is all is mind. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. One must study all schools of thought. One must study all schools of thought. He who knows one book knows none. He who knows one book knows none. There's no religion higher than the truth, and there's no truth higher than you. I'm not here trying to preach. I'm just here trying to reach each one and teach. You learn you something. I'm going to teach you something, learn you something. You going to learn today, right here live inside the Collective Minds Network. Broadcast north, east, west, and south. Locally, nationally, and worldwide. It is I, Nikolai Vincente Bayel Amamaya Jamal Amunra. I represent that Gulf Coast, that third coast. I'm an I-10 hauler from Houston to Florida. I'm a baller, champion, 5A certified by well that 228. And I feel like I look, which is supreme and great. I walked this way before I've been able to talk this. Ever since 2008, up to date. You can do the math. I've been on this path. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I ain't no rookie, so I don't eat on no goddamn cookies. Call me what you want to call me. Just don't call me collect. And if you're talking while I'm talking, and that's a sign of disrespect, you gonna fuck around and cause a wreck. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you can listen twice as much as you speak. And everybody should know by now. Talking motherfucker cheap. But I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude for each and every one of you for bringing me into your house, your car, your living room, giving me the dime of your time, which bring forth the payment of your time. If you don't know who you are, well then you damn sure don't know where you going. Know thyself, be thyself. That's the premise. I'm just here lending the branch of the olive, which we all sit between the pyramid and the olive. You must stop attaching to the false projection of you from another. The masses is walking around without their own identity and willing to go to bat or willing to go to death for someone else's identity. Once again, not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. You got to realize it's you looking for. That's why you must look in the mirror and get your direct reflection which is accepting accountability for your action. Accepting that you don't know right now in this present moment, but within the next space and time stamp of the next hour, you will know. Knowing dissolved belief. Knowing dissolved belief. The Gnostics didn't believe. They investigated until they know. It's only going to reveal itself once you align yourself, your temple, your vessel. For everywhere I play my 2 feet is holy ground. For thine body is the temple. It's just that simple. Do you smell what I'm stepping in? Well, tell a friend, tell a friend. We live right now inside the Collective Minds Network. Broadcasting north, east, west, and south. Locally, nationally, and worldwide. I walked this way before I've been able to talk this. Ever since 2008, up to date. You could do the math. I've been on this path. I cast my net on the right-hand side of the boat. I don't walk in hope. I walk in the know. And how do we know? We study. You can take a horse to the well, but you can't make them drink. You can't make them think. You don't have to take my word or take the next person's word. Do your own research. If it resonates, then let it marinate. If it don't apply, we let it fly. We all should have been discovered this by now. Once again, this is my civic duty, my stewardship, voluntarily to give back to the masses. That's why I go on record once again. I don't work with the people. I work for the people. I'm a trailblazer. I chart the paths uncharted. I conquer the fear with courage and move forward. Left foot stepping in the name of love. Truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Once again, don't talk about it. You gotta be about it. If what you're talking about is not making a profit, then what you're talking about, if it don't make dollar, then it don't make sense. That's why you got to grab a hold of your emotional intelligence so you can decipher the thoughts that you cannot control from receiving, but you can control the attention. That's why you must pay attention to your 360 degree, or somebody gonna pay your ass some attention, and you gonna pay for your lesson and learn free. You understand me? Do you smell what I'm stepping in? Well, hold your seat as we spin these tunes live on B-NETT Radio, Blacknet Radio, powered by Nick G Music. Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome all, welcome one. Do you dare to be enlightened?
Wake up the light.
Do you dare to be enlightened?
Wake up the light. Visualize the code, it's all inside. Focus on the resonance. From the micro to the macro, as within, so without. Check the architecture. I start with the tetrahedron, the fire pyramid base, rooted in the prana, grounded in this physical space. That's the fuel for the engine, a vital life force, with 3 sides of intention to keep me on course. My actions are the facets, my focus is the flame, but it doesn't burn the house down, it clears out the shame. The apex is the needle pointing straight to the divine. When my will and his will finally align, it's the engine of the soul, transformation in the heat, turning lead into gold while I'm walking on the street. Illuminate the dark, brackets saying wisdom on the spark. I'm vibrating at a pitch they can't even perceive, constructing the geometry that helps me to believe. From the center to the edge, the expansion is real. Break the seal, let the cosmic energy reveal lies within, so without. That's the blueprint of the grace, sacred patterns in the spirit, mirrored in the outer space with the flower of life. Every circle is a link, we removing past the chaos, we re-higher than you think. It's the resonance of love, the frequency visualize the circle, the boundary of the one, where the struggle ends and the flow has begun. In the field of resonance, I'm moving with the tide. No more fighting against the change, I got nothing to hide. Then the flower of life starts to bloom in the mind. Perfect intersections where the fragments unwind. A coherent grid, a super organized state, where the thoughts and the feelings no longer debate. I'm a living embodiment of the pattern and the plan, refining the spirit, redefining the man. Total coherence wins, no more interference wins. Unconditional love is the key to the ignition, the frequency that clarifies the metaphysical vision. It's the lubricant for gears, it's the magnet for the dream, turning static into music, if you know what I mean. I become super radiant, a beacon in the night. External chaos organizes when it hits my light. Love is the vibrating swing, the heart of the creation, the heart of the creation. The blueprint is perfected. Now look at the society, the mirror of the soul. Sovereign leadership taking total control. No more hierarchies built on the scarcity and fear, but the fire pyramid energy is making it clear. Regenerative systems, the circle is complete. No waste in the economy, no hunger on the street. The flower of life is the grid of the connection, supporting every petal in a state of perfection. Universal net liquidity, the bloom is the whole. The harmonic civilization is the ultimate goal, as within, so without. So without L, we were shifting the baseline from the internal structure to the global design. It's a living organism, some frequency alignment beyond the punishment, beyond the confinement. Just love, just light, just geometry. It's the soul's architecture. So peace to the collective. So yeah.
Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome all, welcome one. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Well, if you do, allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I am solution. We always here to help. And know thyself, be thyself. If you don't know who you are, well then you damn sure don't know where you're going. This is episode 1, take 33 of I Am Country. But I damn sure ain't country slow. And just know, it's a slippery slope when you're messing with that dope. You got to know where the brown envelopes go. Peace and love, and be safe out there on that road, and stay dangerous. Nick G Music, out now on all streaming platforms. Nick G Music, we worldwide. Shout out to my artists. Shout out to the artists that joined the Artist Fund with Nick G Music and double down on your sound where you collecting the interest that compound. Shout out to my artists. Shout out to my artists that joined the Artist Fund with Nick G Music, doubling down on your sound, collecting the interest that compound. For all those with the questions in the back, which we know is a fact, how do you do that? How do one double down on a sound and collect the interest that compound? Well, if you are properly registered to the PRO, like ASCAP, BMI, Sound Exchange, MLC, where you are receiving royalties for your intellectual property, for your recorded works. But when you join the Artist Fund, you get to double down that same sound and collect the interest that compound. Because here at B-NETT Radio, BlackNet Radio, powered by Nick G Music, we are the Collective Minds Network, bringing music, media, and independent thought. We are syndicated, transmitting globally. We have our ASCAP Play Music license. We are ASCAP Play Music license. That means every time your song get played, you get paid. Yes, when your song get played, you get paid right here live on B-NETT Radio, BlackNet Radio, powered by Nick G Music. But when you join the Artist Fund with Nick G Music, you get to double down that same sound and collect the interest that compound. Once again, I walked this way before I've been able to talk this. Ever since 2008 up to date, you can do the math. I've been on this path. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I ain't no rigger. So I don't eat on no goddamn cookies. Call me what you want to call me. Just don't call me collect. And if you're talking while I'm talking, and that's a sign of disrespect, you gonna fuck around and cause a wreck. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you can listen twice as much as you speak. And everybody should know by now, talking motherfucking cheap. Join the Artist Fund. Contact Nick G Music 251@gmail.com. Nick G Music 251@gmail.com to inquire or join the Artist Fund. To double down on your sound and collect the inches that compound. Double down on your sound and collect the inches that compound. Shout out to my artists. We up to 1,000 views. And you already know you get a penny a view. One from your PRO that you collect in your sleep every 3 months, 4 times a year without fear. So don't sleep, don't nap, because this is no cap. Join Nick G Music Artist Fund and double down on your sound. On the second half, when you get played, you get paid right here. Shout out to the artists. Shout out to the artists. Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome all, welcome one. If you look in the mirror, or if you get in a dark room, get by yourself, to isolate, to take no thought. It tells you take no thought 5 times, referring to your 5 senses. So you can go up and observe. Once again, the masses are having a difficult time with detaching from the emotion that has never been meant for you to attach to. You're supposed to experience it, feel the emotion, and come up with the solution if this motion is not alignment with your future. If it's not love and peace, there's always going to be good and evil fighting forever in this never-ending cycle of the expanding, all of the one, from one to many, from many back to one. Your sword is your word. Your tongue is your warm. You already won. But once you go against yourself, it will make you lose. Brings you forward as the anti. Makes you self-sabotage. Because you have no identity of the dual, individual, the 2 people that you are, the inner outer. You are affecting your own reality. You are the cause of your environment in your heaven, even your head. Once again, you can take a horse to the well, but you can't make them drink. You can't make them think. Once again, I ain't here trying to be no preacher. I'm just here trying to reach each one and teach. You learn you something. I'm going to teach you something, learn you something. Right here live inside the Collective Minds Network. I travel from the west to the east. I am a free traveler. I am the son of the Ma, which came from the east, that studied the school of the mystic, the mystery, from the history, his story, mystery, my story, which both came from her story, her glory, the mother maker of matter, she that wears the robe of Ruth. For she will love you as well as leave you toothless, for she is ruthless. The Moabite black willow, the Donna, which is the source, the Donna of the sorcerers, the Dinosaurus Rex, the return of the X, the unknown, why we must push forward into the darkness, to be filled with the light, to see. To see, you must hear first to see. You must not be firm in the mint. You must be loose like the water to change into the wine of the many flavors. Once again, I ain't telling you nothing new up under the sun. And everybody should know by now, reading is fun. They're mental. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. So grab a hold to your mental health. Health is wealth. You must validate you. Once again, this is the wisdom of my experiences that I put to the test each and every day, because every day is a test. I'm still learning. If you're not learning, you're not earning. You're not putting forth the labor to call your boulder, your rough and rugged edges to turn to smooth. You came here with the tool and the instruction, but you're not hearing to be able to read when you see the underlining of the passage, of the message, of the spell from hell, where we all dwell, when we all enter from the south gate into the chaos, to return back up to the north gate, to see on top of the Mount Zion, to hold the snake like Moses, to ascend from the descent. Once again, we fell from spirit into the matter, so matter can breathe spirit. Do you hear me? Do you smell what I'm stepping in? Well, tell a friend, tell a friend. This is B-NETT Radio, Blacknet Radio, powered by Nick G Music. I'm the truth, I'm the light, I'm the way. I have the solutions, the formula, the keys to the 3 to 6 to 9, for I am divine, elevated greatness, and so are you. You just must own it. Stop looking outside of yourself. You're going to have to own it, just like owning this moment, that all the thoughts of your past correlating to this time span within this space of the hour. If you hear my voice as you pass through this room of doom, we all are doomed because we have been doomed. We're inside of the firmament. The firmament is the top of your head to the bottom of your chin, my friend. Once again, you can lead a horse to the well, but you can't make them drink. You can't make them think. This is episode 1, take 33 of I Am Country. But I damn sure ain't country slow. And just know, it's a slippery slope when you're messing with that dope. You got to know where the brown envelopes go. Peace and love, and be safe out there on that road, and stay dangerous. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Well, if you do, allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I am solution. We always here to help. And I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude for each and every one of you for bringing me into your house, your car, your living room, giving me the dime of your time, which bring forth the payment of your time. It is I, Nikolai Vincente Bayel Amamaya Jamal Munra. I represent that Gulf Coast, that third coast. I'm an I-10 hauler from Houston to Florida. I'm a baller, champion, 5A certified by way of that 2-2 weight. And I feel like I look, which is supreme and great. Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome all, welcome one.
Business idea. That's sex.
Do you dare to be enlightened?
Somebody and you gain some type of exchange from it. That's sex. Whenever you can create something and through that exchange you benefit from it, that's sexual energy. So when you see artists, they're in a feminine side. When you see brothers rapping, even though they rapping about killing niggas, that's the feminine side to be able to come up with lines and creativity. They in a feminine side. You know what I'm saying? When you see people more in a logical side, jumping out of airplanes, fighting, brawling, it's all masculine energy. You know what I'm saying? Mathematics, feminine side. Social studies will be more masculine. Whenever you have to articulate and express, that's the feminine side. And we are more feminine than masculine. That's why we have daughter cells. That's why you have something called the mitochondrial organelle. All of this is the feminine aspect of man plus the right brain. So your spiritual side is your feminine side. Just because it's feminine don't mean that it's homosexual or that makes you gay or that means that you of a woman. It just means you're using your feminine side. Dark energy is feminine side. You know what I'm saying? Light energy is masculine side. That's why men are electrical. Women are magnetic. That's why a woman wants to know how you feel. A man want to know what you think. So that's why we communicate different. Men think with their frontal lobe. You know what I'm saying? Most women think with their cerebellum. Women brains, the right side of women brains is bigger than the right side of man brain. And that's the reason why when man and woman come together, it creates God.
There's no way that there's any God anywhere who's going to throw people in hell. I mean, here it is in the Bible where this God says, you got to forgive your enemies, and he fries his. Great guy to follow, you know? And this is what I was raised with. This was the kind of civilization I was raised with. Jesus says you got to forgive everybody 7 times 70. Not this guy. Throw into the pit.
Message!
Demons and guys in red suits and sticking in all of this stuff. But this was my raising. This was my Judeo-Christian culture I was raised with. I was raised to learn to love God by scaring the hell into me. Scared to death of devils and demons and going to hell and all of this. I used to line up. I was going to tell the religious person the sins I did. You know, you had to line up in a line. And I would say to the kid next to me, what are you going to say? I don't know. What should I I was making up guilt. I had to make up guilt. I didn't know. I wasn't guilty. I'm making myself guilty. And then I got to school, and then I got in all of these things, and people were heaping it up. More guilt. You did this wrong. You didn't do this right. And it piled up and piled up and piled up. So I was guilty.
13 represents the occult number of hidden knowledge. It is the 12 plus 1. 13. It is the table, the round table of King Arthur and his knights, and the 12 disciples and the Christ. So it is the 12 powers and yourself is the meaning of 13.
13.
So gouge that little niche out there so you don't have to suffer from that phobia. When a black cat crosses your path, that is not bad luck. Mystically, it means you're about to have a spiritual experience.
Most people say they have faith in God. That's the problem. And you know what you have faith in? Oh, I have faith.
Welcome one, welcome all.
The only time you say you have faith is when you
welcome all, welcome one.
I'm not sure. But I have faith. Why do you have faith? Because somebody told you. It's written in the Bible. I was talking to somebody on the telephone last night. Went to a Bible study. Everybody had a different Bible. Someone says right here, the guy said, well, doesn't say that's mine. Well, which one do you have? I have the left-wing Bible. I have the right-wing Bible. I have the New International Version. I have the unadulterated version. I got the good news. I got the bad news. I got the upside. I got the... Where is it? Which one is it? It isn't the Word of God. Because the Word of God can't be changed. Anything that man can change is not the Word of God.
Message!
The Word was made flesh.
Message!
Dwells amongst us. The Christ who dwells within you is the Word of God. What does it say? His name is called the Word of God. Anything you can get your hands on and change is not God.
That's why we don't have no peace. We don't have no identity. We don't have no language. We don't have no land. We don't know who we are. We identify with the color of a crown and shirt.
If you don't know who you are,
then you'll say you're African American.
But then you damn sure don't know where you go.
Who are you? If you ask Italian, he's gonna say, I'm Italian. I speak Italian. I'm from Italy. You ask a Japanese, I'm Japanese. I'm from Japan. I speak Japanese. A Chinese, I'm from China. I speak Chinese. I'm Chinese. Soon as you ask a so-called black person who they are, they're gonna say, I'm African American and I speak English. We don't know who we are. So since we don't know who we are, and you strip the nationality and the identification of a people, you can tell them who they are. And that's what's been told to us. So I'm just here pulling the curtain.
If you don't know who you are, well then you damn sure don't know where you going. Know thyself so you can master thyself. Then able to be thyself. To ultimate free thyself. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Once again, I'm just here lending the branch of the olive to my brothers and sisters within the struggle. You wish each and every one well, because we all have our own journey, our own path. There's no two snowflakes alike. The thought, the word, the beginning, the word was made flesh. You are the expression of the generator, operator, destroyer. That's why I say I don't need to know you, but you damn sure need to know me, because I am your reflection of your God, the generator, operator, destroyer. Once again, people are walking around with the identity of someone else. You got to stop accepting projection from another opinion of you and you attaching to it, because you giving honor to this person that you giving high called respect, profound respect to, because they older or you look up to them. Now you're being automatically manipulated. These people know this. We all are magicians. We all are the magi. So you got to know how to play with the magnetic field. Magic is manipulating the magnetic field that is spinning. You are implementing a lot of things upon yourself, self-sabotaging, by casting these different spells of the word into the flesh that's not part of you. That's why you got to pay attention. Once again, you must pay attention to your 360 degree, or somebody gonna pay your ass some attention, and you gonna pay for your lesson and learn free. You understand me? Do you smell what I'm stepping in? Well, tell a friend. We live right now inside the Collective Minds Network. Broadcast north, east, west, and south. Locally, nationally, and worldwide. It is I, Nikolai Vicente B.L. Amama Jamal Amanra. If you don't know who you are, well then you damn sure don't know where you going. That's going to always be the premise, to help you remember you. That's why I say, do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Would allow me to help you to become acquainted, not with me, with yourself. When you project, it automatically makes the other reflect to show yourself, so you can what? Find the lesson, be able to heal. And how do you heal? You got to remember. That's why it's a re and the member, the many parts members of the fractal, to remember how to move forward, detach, so you can grow, become more light, to go on up, to use the gases to form your helium. The formula is in the book of Enoch. That's why it was lost, took away, however they want to say. But it tells you how to bring forth the ark of the covenant, how to bring forth the electricity to give you your push-pull, onward, upward, gently and merrily, not down but up the stream. Life is all a dream of screens, of streams. A message, the book of Enoch. Energy, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon, hydrogen. The gases mix, spin to combust and bring forth the spark. You got to mix the gases. You got to stir the pot. It's similar to what they describe as the Luciferian process of the lightning bug. If everybody out there, you can Google and see, or have been able to see the lightning bug. That's how it gets its spark, its light, for mixing the gases. You can do the same thing. That's why Egypt is down in your solar plexus. That's why you bring them out of the land of Egypt. That's why they say they had to run them out of Egypt. Yes, you want to run up out of Egypt. You want to run up out of hell. Hell is your hill, your seat. You want to get up on the earth within your heart so you can climb the mountain of the ladder of Jacob, your 33. You are the carpenter. You come here with everything you need. You must level to meet the art of the plumb in order to know where to park the square. We moving on up to the east side. We finally got a piece of the pie. Sitting on the right-hand side of God. Once again, casting the net on the right-hand side of the boat. The road is not wide, the road is narrow through the pillars. So you could meet and greet with Solomon within the temple to climb the ladder of Jacob, to get to the winding staircase, up into the many mansions with the many rooms, to sip out of the cup that runneth over, the Holy Grail, filled with the best olives of the virgin. A lot of people walk around with an empty lamp. Once again, destroying your own self. For he or she that walk with 2 eyes, for surely you shall burn in the depths of the lake of fire. But for he or she that walk with the single eye, for thine body shall be filled with light. Do you smell what I'm stepping in? Well, tell a friend, tell a friend. This is B-NETT Radio, BlackNet Radio, powered by Nick G Music. We're the Collective Minds Network, bringing music, media, and independent thought. I paid the cost to be the boss. I walked this way before I've been able to talk. We're the #1 web-based digital media outlet. We're the #1 independent web-based digital media outlet. The Collective Minds Network, B-NETT Radio, BlackNet Radio, powered by Nick G Music. Once again, we're syndicated globally, transmitting. We are ASCAP Play Music license. We have our ASCAP Play Music license. So when your song get played, you get paid. So don't sleep, don't nap, because this right here is no cap. Right here live on B-NETT Radio, BlackNet Radio, powered by Nick G Music. Hold your seat as we spin these tunes live on B-NETT Radio. Wiggle one, wiggle wrong.
I've been searching for a reason deep within me, finding light in shadows where the truth can be. Lost my power, gave it all away to the blind, but now I rise from ashes, leaving dark behind. I see the game, I know the lies that follow. I am more than meets the eye, hear my call, a spirit rising high, breaking every wall. From darkness, dark to the dawn, I'm taking control, healed by my soul. I found my soul. Family bonds like chains, can't let them weigh me down. Thought I'd stay in silence, but I'm breaking ground. I'm more than just a face, I'm the strength inside. With my heart and my I'm reborn in life. See through the disguise. I'm more than meets the eye. Hear my call, the spirit rising high, breaking every wall from darkness to the dawn. I'm taking control in the mirror of my soul. I found my soul. I'm strong and free. I'm more than meets the eye. Just wait and see.
It's Nick G, straight up out of B-NETT. I got a dropper to connect it to the stream. Nick G Music out now on all streaming platforms. Nick G Music, we worldwide. This is episode 1, take 33 of I Am Country. But I damn sure ain't country slow. And just know, it's a slippery slope when you're messing with that dope. You got to know where the brown envelopes go. Peace and love, and be safe out there on that road. And stay dangerous. If you don't know who you are, well then you damn sure don't know where you going. Be ye perfect. Be ye perfect. That's your aim. Your name is your aim. Your name is your way. Once you start to study, once you start to investigate, you will begin to know. How do we know? Once again, we study. We can lead a horse to the well, but we can't make them drink. We can't make them think. You must gain your own identity. As you must take back your identity. It was stolen from you. It was swapped. And know that it's not a bad thing. That's why everything was in what? Allegory, parable, for you to use your critical thinking. Once again, mine is all is mine. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Detachment is key. Then you must apply the new information consistently. Discipline is doing something like you love it when you know you don't. So you can push forward into the future and progress with a new awareness, integration, understanding to evolve. Once again, the revolution, yes, will not be televised, but the evolution of the revolution will be broadcast north, east, west, and south through the mind. That's why you must grab a hold of your mental health. Ask the question. What bring forth the answer that's already there, circling. You must tune your own piano, tune your own mind. That's where you get mindset. Emotional intelligence. I hear them out there talking, coming together. Let's do this, let's do that. But you can hear in the voice, in the projection of the words they spew, in the rhetoric. It's malice, ill will. It's not sound business. You got to have integrity within the business structure so it can be sound. We won't be marching in a chord to keep the wave at the harmony frequency of the love. All there is the love. That's why I walk, I step in the name of love. And keep that sword in my left hand to strike with love. When my adversary, when my opposition confront. Hey, balance is key. Just because you namaste, or you see people do such thing, you can fuck around and find out. And get your top pop, get your wig split. like a swisher and your guts dumped out. Once again, if you don't know who you are, well then you damn sure don't know where you going. Know thyself to master thyself so you can be thyself and be able to free thyself. You must raise from your knee to your shoulder. That's why we passing the information of this currency. Information will change your life. That's why we bringing forth this digital media through the different many outlets, through the different many platforms, to inform the masses, to give a better choice, to have a better path of the way of the name. You must detach from these titles because you are not your titles. I'm not my ego. I'm not my body. I'm the controller of the avatar. I'm the star, once again, that fell, descended into the matter so matter can breathe spirit. Do you hear me? So don't fear it. Have the faith. Faith does not mean belief. Faith is the essence of the knowing force that exists of the divine. So dive in and meet your high twin. It's dietary, so you can get your supplements. Once again, if anybody telling you, lean not into your own understanding, lean not into your own understanding, you must know this is a terroristic threat. This is a terroristic threat, once again. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Once again, I ain't telling you nothing new up under the sun. And everybody should know by now. Reading is fun. They're mental. I'm going to be upfront and frank. This is not for entertainment purposes. This is for monetary gain. I don't need to know you, but you damn sure need to know me, because I'm the reflection of your G-O-D. Once again, one must study all schools of thought. The angles that fell are the angles of light structured information. You must tap in to continue to win the daily labor of the building of the philosopher's stone. You must keep the child of David and Goliath, the inner child alive to defeat the beast. Once you let the inner child die, you wither away like the flower that hasn't been watered in the garden. You must know the principle of the I, self, law, and master, the arm, leg, arm, head, the all law of the land and water, length and width, the fourfold of you, the 1, 3, the 12 plus you, 13. Once again, you are the greatest creation. You are the expression of not a noun, but the verb of her. Once again, this is the history of the mystery. History, his story, mystery, my story. That's why if there was so-called a Jesus, he would be a mystic. Went to the mystic schools. He was taught in the East. That's why he was the sun. The metaphor, the parable of the allegory lesson of he who only left you basic instruction for leaving earth. The Helios Bibulus, the L of the astrotheology. You got to put the pieces together. It is presented out for everyone. Once again, I'm not here trying to preach. I'm just here trying to reach each one and teach. You learn you something. I'm going to teach you something, learn you something. You going to learn today, right here live inside the Collective Minds Network. Broadcast north, east, west, and south. Locally, nationally, and worldwide. I walked this way before I've been able to talk this. Ever since 2008, up to date, you can do the math. I've been on this path. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I ain't no rookie. so I don't eat on no goddamn cookies. Call me what you want to call me. Just don't call me collect. And if you're talking while I'm talking, and that's a sign of disrespect, you go fuck around and cause a wreck. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you can listen twice as much as you speak. And everybody should know by now, talk is motherfucking cheap. But I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude for each and every one of you for bringing me into your house, your car, your living room, giving me the dime of your time, which brings forth the payment of your time. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened?
The real God of this physical world in the scriptures. I'm going to show
B-NETT
you
Radio.
In Corinthians 4:4 it says, Satan, who is the God of this world, has blinded the minds of those who don't believe. So we all know that Satan is connected to Saturn. Saturn, the god of time. What you have to realize is that you do not live in this world. You are looking into this world. You are the soul or the observer in the mind, observing this physical reality. So the God of this world is what? Time. Because time eats away at your body. That's why the Saturn god eats children. It's symbolic of eating away at your body. Time is the real God of this physical world, and that's why Saturn is the God of time, limitation, and law. And another thing, right? When you go in your head, think of a red apple. You can see it instantly. You see how quick that is? You can instantly see that reality. But in the physical world, you can't just snap your fingers and see it.
Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Well, if you do, allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I am Solution. We always here to help. This part of the live is brought to you by HBJ, Henry B. Joseph, the author of the Book of Wisdom, Volume 1, Volume 2, as well as the Book of Symbolism. Henry B. Joseph, that's right, HBJ is a partner with B-NETT Radio, BlackNet Radio, Nick G Music, the Collective Minds Network. This part of the live is brought to you by Henry B. Joseph. This is the revival of wisdom. That while we in the age of the golden, the time of remembrance, who you are. Once again, allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I am Solution. We are always here to help. If you don't know who you are, well, then you don't know where you're going. So you can't attach on to any type of title, teaching of guru, even in the law that written said, do not follow no one that calls himself a master, guru, teacher. It tells you in the book that will not be changed. It is written. It is the law. Are we going to cherry pick or not? Once again, just for the record, I'm not for or against. I'm not for or against nobody's prescription. I'm not for or against whatever you attach to give you inspiration, motivation, which will fade. That's why consistency with the discipline gets you to the new age, gets you to the upper room, away from the doom. You must understand the rituals of the spell that's been casted to shackle the mind, to shackle the brain, to shackle your thoughts. It's propaganda of rhetoric, but we must have it because we just cannot give it because one must apply theirself. You must apply yourself, Smokey. Do you smell what I'm stepping in? Well, tell a friend, tell a friend. We live right now inside the Collective Minds Network, broadcasting north, east, west, and south, locally, nationally, and worldwide. It is I, Nikolai Vincente Bayel, Amamaya Jamal Manra. I represent that Gulf Coast, that third coast. I'm an I-10 hauler from Houston to Florida. I'm a baller, champion, 5A certified by way of that 228. And I feel like I look, which is supreme and great. Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome all, welcome one.
The King
Do you
James
dare to be
Authorized
enlightened?
Rosicrucians and Freemasons.
B-NETT Radio.
Yeah, and once you understand, wait a minute, the Bible is a Masonic book. Of course it's a Masonic book. How many people know that these symbols in Islam are taken directly out of the Old Testament Bible? And that Mecca is the black cube of Freemasonry. Mecca is a black square. Look it up. The planet Saturn. Saturn was referred to as the black cube. And the more they pray, the more blood is spilled. The more violence and bloodshed builds each day. It's getting worse and worse and worse. And the more they pray, the worse it gets. And Christians all over the world are praying to God's Son, the light of the world, and they have no idea what they're praying to. They have no concept of the world of what they're praying to, and consequently, all of the evil is winning. Good people are losing. Knights Templars, Masonic, Freemasons are winning. They're controlling the world. Why? Because we're worshiping the wrong God. Because we don't understand what the symbols mean. Because we walk right past the truth sitting right in front of us and end up worshiping something that the Knights Templars have given us.
You're now listening live to the sounds of B-NETT Radio, Black-NETT Radio, powered by Nick G Music. Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome all, welcome one. Self-identity, self-knowledge, self-revelation. This is your duty to obstruct, put together, master, build. From the law we came to the law we all shall return. From her well, which is Hebrew. We all must drink the widow's elixir and bite the apple. So you can serve the 7 seas, 4 points, 4 corners, and wear the corona. Yes, it's in heaven, but you have the strength within, so you won't break like a levee. Once again, I'm just lending the branch of the olive to my brothers and sisters of the struggle. This is voluntarily my civic duty, my stewardship. Learning is earning. I'm still learning. This is a never-ending, forever-ending cycle of the onward, upward. Gently, merrily, not down but up the stream. Life is all a dream. You are in it. It's a psychological and spiritual war. That's why you must pay attention to your 360 degree, or somebody gonna pay your ass some attention, and you gonna pay for your lesson and learn free. You understand me? Do you smell what I'm stepping in? Well, tell a friend, come get this work. You gonna get this work. I'm gonna teach you something, learn you something. You gonna learn today, right here live on B-NETT Radio, Black-NETT Radio, powered by Nick G Music.
That's the problem. And you know what you have faith in? Oh, I have faith. You know why? The only time you say you have faith is when you don't know. I'm not sure, but I have faith. Why do you have faith? Because somebody told you. It's written in the Bible. I was talking to somebody on the telephone yesterday. Went to a Bible study. Everybody had a different Bible. Someone says right here, the guy said, well, doesn't say that's mine. Well, which one do you have? I have the, left wing Bible. I have the right wing Bible. I have the International version. I have the unadulterated version. I got the good news. I got the bad news. I got the upside down. Where is it? Which one is it? It isn't the Word of God, because the Word of God can't be changed. Anything that man can change is not the Word of God. But the Bible says the Word was made flesh. Well, message. Christ.
Message. Once again, you ain't gotta take my word. You can do your own research. If it resonates, let it marinate. If it don't apply, let it fly. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. We can agree to disagree, to carry on the onward, upward. push-pull of the expanding, to bring forth the lights of the northern, from the spinature of the electromagnetic field, as well as the torus field, to formulate the Merkaba. That's how you know you have two fields. So you can wear the bow tie. So you can spin the angle of the triangle, which has 6 points, 6 sides, 6 triangle, will bring forth a 666. The mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is the mark of the man. The mark of the body, you. Once again, I don't need to know you, but you damn sure need to know me, because I'm the reflection of your God, the generator, operator, destroyer. Once again, I'm just connecting the dots. I'm connecting the dots, putting the pieces together to ask the question, to bring forth the next question. He who thinks they know everything, that's a sign to show that he's a fool. Because it's always the upgrading of the information. That's why every so often things have to be revised. Because now we on another side of the cube that is Rubik's. Within the space and time of this structure from which we fell within the firmament, the firm, hardness, not able to move. The mint referred to the mind, firm mint, but top of your head to the bottom of your chin. You all can win, but you must know that you are in control of the attention that is manifesting your reality. You don't have to be discombobulated. Breathe. Control the breathing. And you will stop being discombobulated and you can think clearly. So you can hear to see. And stop acting emotional, reacting. You must respond. Once again, I'm just here, standing firm on my square. Once your emotion and feelings stop contradicting one another, you can stand firm on your square. And that is square than a lot of men. But we are here to build better men. And the men refer to mind. We're building better mind. From the initiate, fellowship, craft, to become the master of the all, one to many, many back to one. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Well, if you do, allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I am solution. We always here to help. And I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude for each and every one of you for bringing me to your house, your car, your living room, giving me the dime of your time, which bring forth the payment of your tithe. If you don't know who you are, well then you damn sure don't know where you going. Know thyself, be thyself. Know thyself, be thyself. Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome all, welcome one.
The Bible is not only a religious book. The Bible is actually a symbolic map of consciousness, moral struggle, temptation, demise, repentance, and transformation. That's why the same book can result in completely different levels of understanding depending on the level of awareness that the reader is at. Most people were trained to read this book, as well as other books like it, as a sequence of external events. But the higher level way to read these books is to reflect it internally. This book really describes what happens when the mind becomes divided and when desire starts to express itself with greater force inside of the individual, and when the ego convinces people to do things that they know is inherently not right to do. And once you interpret it that way, the stories stop being so abstract and start becoming more of like a divine guide. They reveal the design of the inner human experience. They show how a person creates their reality, how a person grows as an individual, how a person gets transformed, and how a person is ultimately reborn.
The point isn't to just read and believe everything that you see in the Bible. The point is to see yourself in its great stories and its lessons. That's why it keeps being around for every single generation. Because
welcome one, welcome all. Welcome all, welcome one. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Well, if you do, allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I am solution. We always here to help. This part of the live is brought to you by I Am Solution, a multi-services consulting firm specializing in esoteric teachings, wisdom and mindset, and spiritual awakening. Back with insights from world-renowned scholars, psychologists, and psychiatrists. Once again, allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I Am Solution. We always here to help. Another one of our sponsors that this live is backed by Alabama Cherokee Creek, Flower Puff, High Grade, AAA Plus, Alabama Cherokee Creek, Flower Puff, High Grade, AAA Plus. Become acquainted with the spirit of the flowers today. For your free samples, contact Indian Spirits 251mcn@gmail.com. Indian Spirits 251mcn@gmail.com. For your free samples of Alabama Cherokee Creek, Flower Puff, High Grade, AAA Plus. Become acquainted with the spirit of the flowers today. Once again, I walked this way before I've been able to talk this. Ever since 2008, up to date, you can do the math. I've been on this path. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I ain't no rookie, so I don't eat on no goddamn cookies. Call me what you want to call me. Just don't call me collect. And if you're talking while I'm talking, and that's a sign of disrespect, you gon' fuck around and cause a wreck. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you can listen twice as much as you speak. And everybody should know by now, talk is motherfucker cheap. But I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude for each and every one of you for bringing me to your house, your car, your living room, giving me the dime of your time, which bring forth the payment of your time. If you don't know who you are, well then you damn sure don't know where you going. Know thyself, be thyself, so you can master thyself, so you can free thyself. This is episode 1, take 33 of I Am Country. But I damn sure ain't country slow. And just know, it's a slippery slope when you're messing with that dope. You got to know where the brown envelopes go. Peace of love, and be safe out there on that road. It's Nick G, straight up out of B-NETT. I got a job still connected to the street. Nick G Music, out now on all streaming platforms.
Say, bro, look, I'm back to flipping crack again, back to getting them stacks again, back to counting dough, getting low when my package in. You ain't about no money, my nigga, don't even talk to me. Your girl got a harassment charge cause she was stalking me. I ain't nothing to Lil Wayne, but boy, I know the bird, man. Get them by the flock and all I do is visit Birdland, hood like a business. Everybody around here got a job, we ain't got no hats on. Everybody working hard, choppers by the back door. Me and my dog Stack Mo told your girl to bend it over and show her what a crack for. You ain't even got an address, you don't see no mail. Been around the fish so much, boy, I done grew scale. Plenty clientele, little daddy, so I be getting guap. I don't buy the half no more. I get the whole block like a stepchild. Always getting the bruise. You ain't about no money, my nigga, then you need to move.
Trina on the scene team, Lisa on the scene, Lisa on the scene team, Kimmy on the scene, Kimmy on the scene team, and I'm about to make it rain. Trina on the scene, Trina on the scene team. Lisa on the scene, Lisa on the scene team. Kimmy on the scene, Kimmy on the scene team. And I'm about to make it rain. Met a bitch named Trina, fine as hell, thick as well, and she bout whatever. Yeah, had a bitch named Sheena, pussy real tight, so I couldn't really beat her. Next bitch named Kim, Kim real thick, but the pussy needed trim. Yeah, so fine, ever since she left, she been on Rue Mine. Where my bitch Hannah at? Hannah told me she bout to bring white girls back. Damn, yeah, she wasn't that fine, but to keep it real, Lisa still on Rue Mine. Yeah, now as a nigga roll out, it's a lot of damn sluts wanna follow to the house. And dig them down on the couch on some rude boy shit and put their ass at the house. Trina on the scene, Trina on the scene team. Lisa on the scene, Lisa on the scene team. Kimmy on the scene, Kimmy on the scene team. And I'm about to make it rain. Trina on the scene, Trina on the scene team. Lisa on the scene, Lisa on the scene team. Kimmy on the scene, Kimmy on the scene team. And I'm about to make it rain. Kid, cocky girl, what you ain't on? Soon as I hit the door, she on the dance floor. I guess she know the pockets ain't about to go low. Soon as she see the money, yeah, she go low. Smoking so damn much, I can't even see. Got my niggas popping bottles in the VIP. Fuck flirting in the club, don't tease me. Freaky bitch named Kim, she for sure to please. Had a bitch named Bree, slim in the waist, cigarette ride that D. So fine, if you ever come back, can I hit it from behind? Amber, my hood chick, if I ever get her, it's perfect. Tell her girlfriend, my girlfriend, your girlfriend, we can all be friends. Trina on the scene, Trina on the scene team. Lisa on the scene, Lisa on the scene team. Kimmy on the scene, Kimmy on the scene team. And I'm about to make it rain. Trina on the scene, Trina on the scene team. Lisa on the scene, Lisa on the scene team. Kimmy on the scene, Kimmy on the scene team. And I'm about to make it rain.